Finna break the bank, a beeper in my drink. I'm dope like Franklin Saint. You fuck with me, you got nerve. Don't make me put out the bird. They creepin' and they learn. I'm strapped up with a swerve. I'm the head honcho nigga. I need it pronto nigga.
Welcome back to the Black Currency Exchange podcast. It's the host with the most, Monk. And I got my boy in the building. If you seen me, if you follow me, you know, on this journey, getting up to, you know, just this point right here to a new show, bigger and better, you didn't see this man before. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself, and then we finna get into that talk, as y'all already know. So go ahead, boy, who you is?
I'm Thomas, a.k.a. Tom, Mr. 23 Investments, Mr. 23, that's me. That's who I am.
So, explain what 23 Investments is. Like, what is that?
23 Investment is that's my real estate business name, and I wanted to use 23 because I wanted something to represent me. Because my birthday is January 23rd, and I felt like
it. Capricorn,
Aquarius.
I kind of mess with y'all. Yeah, I lied.
And I felt like that was my purpose. I felt like I'm here for a reason, so I wanted to use 23. You know, everybody think of 23 Michael Jordan, but I wanted to have a different meaning behind it, so I used it as a real estate meaning. So I wanted to make it major.
So, shout out, long live Dolph. So, making it major, making it meaningful and reasoning to you, but you also said purpose.
Yeah.
So, using the 23 for your purpose, why did you see real estate as a purposeful reasoning?
I didn't want to do real estate. A year ago, I didn't want to do real estate. You
didn't want to do real estate, and that shit the most poppingest thing right now.
Yeah. I was telling people, I was like, I'm not doing that.
Why?
Because I didn't understand it. And that's pretty much why everybody don't do it, because they don't never understand it. Instead of doing their research, they just look at it and be like, nah, I'm good. So
you know what else I be seeing is when it comes to that research, people don't put it into action.
Yeah.
No matter how much you put it into their face, like they don't do nothing with it. So how did you know, like, when you did that research, that you was gonna actually do something with it rather than picking it up and putting it down?
Well, see, my dad, he do real estate too. And I got a partner that do it, Marcus. And both of them, you know, they was telling me, but my daddy, he ain't gonna tell me too many times. He gonna tell me, he know I'm hard headed, so he gonna tell me 1 or 2 times, like, hey, you might need to do this, son. And then I'm like, and then 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna have something to go against what he gonna say. So I'm like, why, you know, or how I'm gonna do it if I ain't got this, you know? So he ain't gonna say too much. That's it. That's a done daughter. So I have my partner, and it's different because I thought, you know, when I hear real estate or landlord, I thought that was for older people.
What?
Because when I'm younger, you always hear, I gotta go pay my landlord, or I just picture the old man as a landlord. This is weird right here.
Yeah.
So when I heard landlord, I was like, that sound like an old person, you know.
Sorry if y'all hear that in the background. That's my puppy, so just ignore that.
And so I started talking to my partner, Mark, and he was like, man, let's do it. You know, man, you need to go ahead and do it. You getting money, you need to go ahead and invest it, you know. And I was like, okay. I think he's 30, 31, something like that. So I'm like, it ain't making sense. I'm like, man, it really don't make sense to me. I said, because I was thinking you got to have the whole house paid off in order to see profit. He was like, no, man.
Also, did you think about how much money it costs to start? That's something else a lot of people be having problem with. Like, I don't have this amount of money and this, that, and the other. Like, the starting cost.
Yeah, see, I thought you had the whole house paid off.
Okay.
And if I think like that, I know everybody else thinking like that, or if not worse, because I was thinking like the whole house got to be paid off. So I just couldn't. I wasn't looking for that. I wanted fast money. But when I was working on the road and I'm making money, but the taxes was eating me alive, I said I got to find me a tax cut. And I kept looking up, and they kept saying real estate. I said, all right, I'm gonna do it. I didn't care about winning or losing. I just wanted to get a tax break. Long as it paid for itself, I didn't care. I just wanted to get a tax break.
And I want y'all to like really understand the purpose of like how tax breaks work. Excuse me, y'all. Hold on one second. This who interrupted y'all podcast, just so y'all know. Why is it that taxes was the main focus? Because I mean, you don't hear nobody flexing about taxes, bro.
Yeah.
When you see people talking about anything, is money, money, money. You don't hear nobody exaggerating taxes. Why did you start this business? Taxes. Why did you get into real estate? Taxes.
It's different level of people. It depends on who you around. You around. I mean, if you're around people that get money back, you might be in the wrong tax bracket. When you're around people that just be like, man, I just want to break even, you might be in a good tax bracket. You know, it's different. It's different levels to it. Like, you know, and we used to it. We used to people like, oh man, I got this back. But once you start making money, and you know, and now you got to owe back 4,000-5,000, you like something ain't right. Something got to give. So I was like, man, I'm tired of paying taxes. I kept looking it up, and then you know, I'll pay attention to a lot of stuff. You know, Wesley Snipes with that tax evasion. That's why on my Facebook I had changed my name to Wesley Snipes, because I was like, I ain't paying taxes. I'm not paying taxes. They have to Wesley Snipes me. So that's where I got the Wesley Snipes from. That's where I got and then once I figured out all the tax breaks, that's where I got the Black Trump from. Because I was like, man, I'm feeling like Trump now because I done figured out the game. So I feel like I was Black Trump.
So you telling me what for the people? Because I've had my own business and I've used this method and I've gotten more money back. So what you're saying is definitely correct. But so what you're telling me is, if I get into the business world, the entrepreneur world, I shouldn't solely focus on money. I should focus on building a portfolio and working to where I don't have to pay nothing back. I'm gaining more than I'm losing, in a sense.
Yeah.
Cause you really like, that's what it sounds like. Cause when you start a business and tax season come around, a lot of people that own businesses are paying money back.
Yeah.
Rather than either, you know what I'm saying, breaking even or getting money back. It's not a lot of businesses that are getting money back or that are breaking even. So
yeah,
that's what you're doing. That's the game.
Yeah. Now, what made me just kick in the full entrepreneurship? You know, I travel a lot. So whenever I'm a traveling electrician, so whenever I'm traveling somewhere, usually it's a group of us that's travel together, and we always get laid off first. Mm-hmm. You know, it's kind of sad, but that's just the way of life. So,
wait, hold on. What you mean? We get who is we?
We is about 10, 11 of our brothers.
So, niggas, just in case y'all, in case, of melanin descent. And I mean niggas as in Negus, the royal kind.
Niggas.
You know what I'm saying? But so y'all get laid off first.
Yeah.
So where do you go from there?
Just go to another job.
It's just the same process. Get laid off first.
Yep.
I mean, so I know you eventually.
We traumatized.
I bet. I bet. So
even through like that's with any job, really. You know, that's with any job anybody go through. You know, especially if it's a group of y'all or something like that, they gonna get rid of y'all first. So
basically, it's hard being African American. Being I don't even want to attach American to it. So it's hard being of melanin descent.
Yeah.
And really just doing anything basically, especially as a man.
Yeah.
So, and we're gonna tap more into that, but that makes you saying that you're traumatized. That makes you want to, you know what I'm saying, do things outside of that white control. So,
start your own business.
So starting your own business, like what kind of freedom do you feel now than you do when you're working on a job?
I'm off right now, but I'm working. I went to the Airbnb, did a little paint, so I'm working, but I'm off at the same time. I can get to go pick up my kids. They like to see me pick them up.
I know, bro.
That's different.
That's a crazy feeling, bro.
Yeah. So that's major to me, you know.
Just being able to do the things of a father, really. You know what I'm saying? So,
It just stopped, I think.
but excuse me. It's the movements of being a father mean a lot to you. Sound like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 I put that before anything. I used to chase the money, but once you have kids and seeing that smile, money don't even matter no more.
And talking about your kids, you also got some other business ventures. Can you
Yeah.
talk about them real quick?
I don't even think you know about this one. I got TNC Constructions, TNC Freshness, TNC Bounce House and Water Slides, and then I got 23 Investment Homes.
So, talk about what TNC mean. How did that come about?
TNC is just Thomas and Cord. That was my two sons. That's how I started with Thomas and Cord. But I can use it for any one of me, my wife, my kids, because I got two girls, Tori and Cameron. Then me and my wife, Thomas and Corey, still. So it's all a TNC trend, you know.
So really, you didn't build your own empire.
Yeah, for real.
Without even doing anything different.
What's crazy is I told everybody I was gonna do all this years ago. Years ago.
That's no cap. Even made a post. He was like, "One of them big boy trucks. I'm gonna get one of these." And show behold, it's sitting outside. Like the man really like put it out there that he was gonna do it and did it.
I made a post on Facebook 2013. I wanted twins. End up having twins. I wanted twins so bad that I had both of my sons back to back, just because I wanted them to grow up close together.
Then had twins and not all of them growing up together.
Yeah.
On top of having businesses. Okay, let me hit on that real quick.
Yeah.
I've seen that it's a lot of people talking about it's good to start an LLC or start a business and make your kids what employees.
Yeah.
And
12,500.
So talk about that if you can.
So if you got kids, you can pay them all year. I think it's up to either 12 years old or 15 years old. You can pay them 12,500. So per kid, and you can write that right back off.
So that's another tax break.
Yeah.
Look, people. Look, black people.
So you can write both of your kids. Say if you got just two kids, 12,500. What that is, 25,000. You can write off on your business. That's 25,000.
What's the numbers?
12,500.
And that's what
per child.
That's a month or a year.
A year.
So your kids could be making $1,400 and give or take $42. So $1,042 a month.
Yeah.
All the way up until what? What age?
12 or 15.
1,000.
Yeah. Who 42
times 12. That's $12,000. Up to they 12 years old.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that's $12,000 a year, all the way up until they 12 years old, 12, 15 years old. Like,
yeah, it's all write off. So if you got 3 kids, that's a lot of write offs, you know.
But y'all just talking about the taxes, which y'all can get back, and you finna go spend, like.
Yeah, but that's different taxes for different people, you know. And I ain't mad at nobody. I love to see when they get money back.
Me too. But if we can save more because I feel like
Not save more, invest more.
that. I feel like the problem. I'm giving them doggone whatchamacallit.
What's that?
Giving them endorsement. Y'all gotta pay me.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say, yeah, it's good that, you know what I'm saying, it's good seeing our people get money, but our people don't know what to do with that money.
Yeah.
Like when we get it, investing is at the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they need to change. So
and I like helping people, you know. I really, now I got to charge. Because when I was giving the game for free, they wasn't taking it.
So tax them their ass now.
I got to tax them because if they pay for it, they'll appreciate it more. So I've been giving the game out for years, but last year I took it serious. Like I was like, hey, before y'all buy a house or anything else, go get your credit right. Do. I tell them, do this, do that, do this. You have your credit right. So I've been doing that for about a year. Only 3 people. I probably told 100-something people. Only 3 people that actually did it. So I was like, I can't be wasting my time.
Damn.
That'll drain you.
Swear.
So now I charge. You know, they might say it's selfish now, but when I was giving it away for free, it wasn't selfish then. You know.
So what all kind of information do people try to ask you for?
Financial literacy. People just want to know how to invest.
So let's talk about it. But you know what I'm saying, we ain't gotta hit on all your details.
Yeah.
But let's talk about how important it should be within our people. So what type of things within like the financial literacy topic do you see that we lack?
Credit. Credit first. Credit. And it's so simple. All you gotta do is pay your bills on time. And whenever you get a lump sum of money, put back some of it. Put back for the rainy days. It's really simple. I know it get hard, stuff come up, but I do see people be like, oh man, I'm down bad. But whenever they did get that big lump sum, they ain't put some of it up either. So I can't feel sorry for nobody that you don't even feel sorry for yourself. So why should I feel sorry for you?
You sure ain't lying. So talking about the credit, can they say what cash is king, but credit is power? Yeah. So she's going nuts. But talking about credit.
Yeah.
What's a good number to kind of like start with? I mean, well, how do you even get started to getting some good credit?
Putting bills in your name. Your
mama
done did that already.
They scared of that.
Yeah.
They scared of that.
But what I always suggest first, I say go. What I suggest first is go get a line of credit, but use your own money. Use a secured loan. Bring just say $500. Most banks do $500. You can bring $500 to the bank and be like, hey, I want to borrow against my money. I want you to hold my $500 and my borrow against my money. And we spread it out for a year. So they spread the $500 for 12 months, and you just pay a certain amount. Only thing you're doing is paying them interest on that $500. And that's it. You do it for a year, you pay it off. Now you got your money right back. You go back and increase it. But by that time, that's enough trust for the bank. They'll give you their own credit card. They'll be like, here go your $500 that you paid back. Now we're gonna give you our $500 and see how you do with that. And then once you keep that for a while, they'll increase it.
Lee, I ain't even know that.
Yeah. So
I was gonna say a different way to do it.
Yeah, and that's just one way to end.
And it's smart to kind of bar against your money because it's your money. So you need to pay yourself back. You got to make your money back.
Yeah.
So, damn, I ain't ever think about that.
And see, the thing is, this is why parenting come in. So why we need parenting. My mama made me do that at 15 years old.
What? Star Credit?
I had to. She made me use my own money and pull a line of credit on my own money.
Was it like
Borrow against my own money, like 2000, right after Katrina, 2005. I was working with my uncle and my daddy, and when I got a check, she was like, "All right, how much money you got?" I said, "I got $1,000 or something." I had more than that, but I just gave her 1,000. She said, "Come on, let's go to the bank." So we opened up a bank account together, and then she made me use my money as a line of credit, and I just paid. I think it was like $64.30 I don't know how I know that, but it was that amount. It was somewhere around that amount for 12 months or something like that. No, it was $100 and something. But I don't know. But anyway, it was something like that, and I paid that for like a year. And then she was like, "That's it. That's how you build your credit." So I just after she showed me, I started doing it on my own. Cause usually, once you graduate, you don't know nothing about credit.
They'll tell you,
And
you
then
don't know nothing about the outside world, bro.
right after, when you turn 18, that's when you starting to go out trying to buy stuff. But then they saying you ain't got no credit history. So credit history, you should
trying to get a car, all that,
apartment, all that. You know, they want to see that you're gonna pay that apartment on time. Mm-hmm. So now you don't got no credit history. So either sometimes, especially when you're buying something big, they say you don't have enough credit history, meaning they want your credit history to be longer than 5 years. So that's why I say you should at least start when you like 15. You know, that's a good age.
And you don't have to have a lot of money. It don't take a lot.
And you don't even have to have no loan. If, say right now, I put my kids on my credit card. So they already getting good payments now. So now their credit already good. I mean, it's good now, but when they get older, now they've been on.
How you do that?
Huh? Just call the bank and say, "Hey, I want to put my child as an authorized user on my credit card." Ooh. And you just
add them as
they're gonna get their own personal credit card, but I mean you do parents, so you can just keep it.
And utilize it as
And you just make the same little payment.
That's hard.
And now it's showing that they've been paying their bills on time.
That's hard.
That's how it go.
Damn.
Easy.
Damn. Okay, I got another question. There's been a lot of talk about how you pay your kid. You know, as you go along. How do you go about paying your kids?
I write them a check. I write them a check every month. So now they get a monthly payment. So they already got their own job.
Damn. So you do the check.
Yep.
You keep receipts of all that.
Yep. Got their own little paper trail. So, or I can write them a check annually. I might write them a check at the end of the year for $12,500. Yeah, for the whole year. Like, hey, that's what you got. Yep.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, I write them either a monthly check or an annual check, and then it don't matter if you go to the bank later on and they see that same $1,000 a month and you've been getting this for 12 years. They're like, oh yeah, you know. They don't matter the age. They just know you got $1,000 a month. They've been coming in for a long time.
Damn. Black people, I want y'all to please take heed to this information. Damn, I don't even have kids. That made me want to go have a kid and put them on.
Yeah.
For real.
Yep.
Like, because a lot of stuff that we depend on, like y'all might have seen in the first episode that I discussed, was that a lot of what we know as melanin people and black people is music, rapping, how to kill each other. We know sports. We can dominate damn near any motherfucking sport. But when it comes to money, bro, it's a lot of us millionaires, but it's a lot of us millionaires that's not doing what we need to do with it. And there's a lot of people that have, you know what I'm saying, just a decent amount that don't know what exactly to do with it to get to that millionaire level. And it's not just about being a millionaire. It's about setting your kids up. It's about the people that's coming after you, especially with how chaotic the world. Gas is like $4-5, cuz.
Yeah.
And it's not the time to be buying Jordans or, you know what I'm saying, the latest flicks. Like, it's important to put your money where it's going to grow. Because these people, the people that control your money, control these prices. And as these prices go up, you got to work harder for your money. So you need to make your money work for you. And the same thing need to go for your children. If your children are already set, you don't have to go work 2-3 jobs. They're already good. You feel me?
Now, I'm going to tell you what made me a monster. Like, I always been hustling. I've been selling. I done sold Avon. I done sold coffee. I done it all. But that pandemic, it turned me into a monster. That pandemic turned me into a monster.
I think the pandemic was one of the greatest things that ever happened, bro. Yeah. Like,
when they say gift and a curse at the same time, you know, we lost a lot of people.
We lost a lot, but at the same time, we gained so much of ourselves, bro.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have a choice. They made you stay inside. They cut everything off.
Yeah.
So all them things that we knew of entertainment and fun, we had to like reflect back on us. So when we reflected back on us, bro, it was just like shit.
You seen my Facebook post when I posted about I think I put on the other day about farming, but I said that I said, what if the world shut down? Would you know how to farm? I posted that in 2016.
And look what we at now.
And people like, man, how the world gonna shut down? 2020, the world shut down. I'm out in the backyard growing me a garden.
That boy had I'm watermelons and some more stuff.
Hey, man, I was already prepared for them days.
Listen, bro, and it's important, and I don't want us to just depend on canned foods, because canned foods, they're really not good for you, honestly. You got to think of it's canned. It's contained.
Some sodium.
All that, bro, and it is all different type of preservatives and stuff that we don't see these people making all these places. We don't see none of that. All we know is consume it, and farming, gardening, all that is very important for our people to know. I need to know about it. You feel me? So, I'm finna take a quick break, and we gonna talk about
the pandemic. I want to talk about the pandemic.
Man,
I want to talk about the pandemic.
I'm still like, I'm still overwhelmed by.
If you're not winning, it's because you don't want to win.
Dog, that's crazy. I'm still shocked. I ain't even got kids, bro. The fact that I'm still rocked on that.
Yeah.
And then just talking about this pandemic, bro. It's like, it really made you count on you, bro. You really had to bet on yourself in that bitch, bro. Like,
and what's crazy is people think I'm winning right now. I'm probably at my lowest right now.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Like, you don't be knowing.
They don't know, you know.
You don't be knowing what people be going through, how up people is, how low people is. All you know is your perspective of people.
Yeah.
And what we need to understand is your perspective don't need to be your final judgment. Like, get to know and understand what's really going on with stuff.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Look at the bigger picture. So, and looking at the bigger picture is you. Look at you and see how much more yourself you can develop. See how much more yourself you can elevate and give back to yourself. Because we give a lot of ourselves to everybody, but it's not a lot of our time that we give back to us. So we finna hit on all that, because that's what this pandemic really taught a lot of us, is how to like really bet on ourselves. So we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna be hitting on these other topics. So stay tuned.
Another 24 hours. How do you use yours? Do you spend it laying in the bed, scrolling on your phone, looking up the latest gossip and other people's business, or even on the couch watching other people's dreams instead of your own? Be inspired. Get on Pinterest and Instagram and look up new ideas. You'd be surprised what unfolds in your mind. If you're on Facebook, share your friend's business. It's easy. Just hit the share button with some emojis. Start that podcast you've been wanting to start so bad, because you have so much to say, but no platform. Create your own. And read that book that's been collecting dust since you got it. Paper is a keeper of written knowledge. Oh yeah. And don't forget about that clothing brand. All I'm saying is, you have 24 hours to be great. How will you use yours?
And we back with the Black Currency Exchange podcast. It's the kid Monk in the building. I got my boy
Mr. 23.
Mr. 23. Tom is in the house. So we was before we went to break, we was talking about the pandemic.
Yeah.
So how do you what do you want to discuss within the pandemic that sparked that change? I'm gonna keep it simple, just like that. What sparked that change?
Kids in the pandemic.
You had pandemic babies.
Yeah, I had pandemic babies.
Ooh.
So, I knew I had twins on the way. They was due May, June, somewhere right there, but they ended up coming in April. That's around the same time the pandemic hit the U.S. like April 1st. So I was in Columbus, Ohio in March. Me and my daddy we talking about how China shut down. Daddy like, that's probably gonna hit us hard. I said, you think so? It's way over there. It hit Washington State first, and they shut the whole city down April 1st. So I came home. I had some money saved up. I had $15,000 saved up, and I was like, either I can spend this $15,000 or I can make this $15,000 stretch for years. So I came home. I ain't know what to do. I was just holding on to it. I was like, the first investment come across me, I'm gonna do it. So, your brother Nick hit me up. He was like, hey, I'm doing these water slides. You want to help me? I'm like, yeah. So we doing them. I'm like, oh yeah, I like this. This can be it.
Water slides.
Yeah. The whole time we working for somebody, but the whole time I'm planning. So I'm going to work with him. It wasn't even about the money no more. I'm like, come on, let's go. You want to do it the next day? I said, yeah, let's go. So I'm like, okay, what's the hardest one y'all got? Show me how to do it. Show me how you roll it up. Boom. Show me how to do this. That's how you put it on the trailer. What y'all got if something go wrong? I'm learning everything just in case, I got to figure out what's going wrong with it. What could happen so I can fix it. So he was like, man, we can do this. We need to open up a business and, we can do this too. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna make an LLC. And he thought I was playing. I was like, hey, the water slide just hit the house today. He said, you got one? I was like, yeah. And that was the week before Father's Day. So I only had one. And we got it pumping. We got it pumping with just that one. It rented out on Father's Day for the first time. And then it just went up from there. So once I got it booked that one time, I got faith in myself. So when it got booked that one time being booked to me felt like I got booked out for the whole year. Mm-hmm. So I went and this would credit come in at. I had a credit card. Instead of me using my $15,000 up front, I swiped it all on the credit card, got my rewards points, and then I went back and paid it all off with the $15,000. Now I done saved maybe $1,000 or so just on points and stuff. Mm-hmm. So that just on some credit hacking stuff. But so I done went about 3 or 4 water slides. Everybody like, you only book one time. I was like, man, I just know it's gonna work. It's a pandemic. Everybody home. Everybody still want to party, and then they getting that extra money on top of the unemployment. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. They was giving us some.
Let's go. Man. So, and that's what I did. Stay promoting, stay sharing it. Everybody was helping me share it. It was easy.
Nah, you say it was easy, but a lot of people make it hard. Now I do have this philosophy, and I want y'all to take heed of this philosophy. My saying goes, never overcomplicate simplicity. I say that to a lot of my people, you know what I'm saying, that I talk to on a daily. But don't overcomplicate simplicity. What I mean by that is the simplest things there is to do, which is anything. We find ways to make problems out of it and make it hard. We find ways to get frustrated or overwhelmed. When in reality, it's only as hard as we make it. And it's going to be as easy as we make it. Like doing this podcast, it's a lot of people that want to do this. It's just a matter of doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just do it. Because all you have to do is just do it. But this ain't about me right now.
You right. You got to do it, but you can't give up. When you give up, that's when you lose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can be behind on your bills and everything, but you don't lose until everything get cut off. You know, as long as you can stay and try to make it last and make it happen.
As long as you're trying.
Yeah. As long as you put that work in, and it will work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
cause one thing I want people to like really understand is that, and this is gonna sound so crazy, and this goes back into my philosophy. When you do something repetitively, no matter if you want to get good at it or not, you're gonna get good at it. So if it's something that you really want to do, find that thing and just do it. Because no matter how much you feel like it's not progressing or it's not taking off, it's something in the midst of it that you're finding to make you better at what you're doing that can't nobody else do. You feel me? So it's all about like self-reflection. What is it that you doing for you that's helping you? So whenever you do get to this higher level, because when you just starting out, people want that end result. People want to be popping already.
yeah.
And when you popping already, you're not gonna be able to handle with what comes with being popping. So you have to like work to a certain point to where it's like it's stepping stones.
Yeah.
A house just ain't a house. A house requires a whole process to become a house. You know what I'm saying? And without those processes, when one small thing is off, everything gonna be fucked up. You feel me? And even if you can't see it right then, later on it's gonna pay for it, and it's gonna be a big payout. You feel me?
Yeah.
And not in a good way. I mean, but basically, just do you, bro.
Yeah.
And don't think about the end process. Because when you get that big result, all you're gonna end up doing is basking in it, and another big result gonna have to come out of it, which is gonna require another process. Like, enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy the process first, and enjoy who you're becoming in the midst of it. So whenever you do get to that level, can't nobody tell you who you are or what you should be doing. Nah, I built me to know who I am. So motherfuckers got to accept me how I come.
What I like about that is, you know, me listening to you, that, you know, a lot of people don't want to listen to nobody at a certain level. You know, they feel like if they get up to a certain level, they can't listen to nobody under them or nothing like that.
Yeah.
You can learn from everybody.
Everybody and everything.
You can learn from everybody, man.
Everybody and everything, bro. Because one thing about it is like, even though we're in the same room doing the same thing, we still live in our own individual worlds. We're our own individual people. So how I see life and how I go about life ain't how you do it.
Yeah.
So when we come together and talk about it, it's like, damn, my nigga, I ain't even see life like that. But I had to be with me and open myself up enough to accept your world and not be judgmental to it, not be like, damn, you did this, you had this many kids. Like, it's not none of that. It's like, damn, bro, that's hard.
Yeah.
It's more or less like who you are and who you're around, they're you. Like, any person you come in contact with, anytime that you mad or some shit like that with a person, it's because you mad at your fucking self.
Yeah.
So the people, that's why I say your worth is the people you hang around, is because the people you're around are nothing but you. So surround yourself with a bunch of yous. You don't want to surround yourself with a bunch of depressed ass, sad ass yous that ain't making no money. You want to surround yourself with positive energy, high level, high elevated, open minded, getting money motherfuckers, which should be you. So surround yourself with a bunch of yous at the end of the day. You feel me?
Now we on this subject.
Mm-hmm.
I've been wanting to talk with you on this anyway. You know,
Let's talk about it.
I know you were saying about mental health. You know, and I know you lost your dad when was that?
That was what
Last year.
last year. I turned 25 last year. I turned 26. Yeah, so last year.
How did you let it out? Was you mad? How did you feel?
What's crazy is I found the way to, and I appreciate you asking about that. But how I felt about it was like I had to come to a conscious understanding that life has to stop for everybody at some point. Like your experience, it comes to an end. You know what I'm saying? Any game, you have to think about it like a game.
Yeah.
When you gonna play a game to beat that game, but that game come with certain levels, and certain levels get a lot harder than others.
Yeah.
And there's certain difficulties that you have in life, and it depends on what difficulty you want to choose. You can choose easy, you can choose the medium or the intermediate, or you can choose hard, legend, all that type shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I want to make my life easy, and everything that I do just comes in my lap, and I don't go through those trials and tribulations? Or am I gonna put this bitch on all legend and goddamn really see what life got to come with? So when I had like really took that understanding of like that, it allowed for me to like, okay, what's gonna happen when I'm in that position? Yeah. Like when I'm somebody's dad and I'm leaving, you know what I'm saying? Like how are people gonna like, you know what I'm saying, take that? So that opened me up to like, I have to allow for them to experience me as much as they can now. So when I'm gone, they have a peace. It's not I have to cry because he's not here or this, that, and the other, or we don't have this no more. It's a peace that comes with those tears. Like I'm letting out that I got to experience this person in a way that nobody else got to experience.
How long did you and your dad have a bond?
Not long. We was actually.
And you loved him like you. Like, how did with you not having a bond with him your whole life, when y'all did get to talking, it felt like you started knowing him your whole life?
Yeah, because one thing
had stuff in similar that
bro,
just natural.
It's because like one thing that we taught as black men is to hate black fathers a lot of the times, or to not get to know them or not get a chance to know them. But it's like that's you, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that. A lot of times we get a chance to not get to know us. And when I got a chance to like, when my dad was going through what he's going through, being a man now, let me break it down like this. Being an older man now in adulthood, I understood what he had to go through. Like, this shit is not easy being a black man. It's a lot of women that come into your life. Yeah. It's a lot of bills, there's a lot of problems, there's a lot of all kind of shit that come on top of you.
You got to be a man of the house.
You got to be, and you got to be a man. Yeah. Like, you can't be nothing less than that. But one thing that I understand now is he didn't make any mistakes. He was figuring this shit out. Like, that's one thing that we not taught is don't nobody have life figured out, bro. Yeah. Like, we all got to go through shit, but we have to go through it personally to understand, like, okay, I bumped my head. That hurt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't going to know that unless you bump your head and know that shit hurt. So once I understood, like, going through what I went through, like, from a little kid to being a man, to being a teenager, to being a man, like, I had to go through shit. I had to hurt people's feelings. I had to do this, that, and the other. But it brought me to who I am now. Yeah. So then he was just a dad. But once he started to understand that he wasn't making mistakes, that he was just learning, that's when he became a father. Yeah. And I got to accept him in that form before he transitioned, and that allowed for me to find peace. I know that was a long explanation. Yeah. But it's like I got to find peace because he found peace. And that's a lot of us don't get to experience people to their truest potential because a lot of people, they're scared to find peace within themselves. Yeah. When they're living.
And see, the reason I asked that because I got both parents, Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize how blessed I was until I started traveling.
Why you say that?
Because it was normal. When you get, I can have a Lamborghini outside, but once I drive it all the time, it's just a normal car to me. When somebody else see it, they're like, oh man, they ain't got it. You're right. So when I got my mama and my daddy, mm-hmm. and it was normal to me. I'm like, sure, okay, you know, I ain't really appreciated it until I started traveling. You know, I've been on the road since 2017, and I was like, you know, they started having surgeries and stuff like that. I couldn't be there, and I was like, yeah, this ain't it. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much money you make. When you feel like you can't be there for your parents like they was there for you, that money don't even matter no more. That's why that's what made me like kick in the gear too. Like, I don't care about this money no more, you know. It's certain stuff like I start realizing because I'm hanging around people that are like, yeah, my mama died. I'm like, I still got mine. I need to be there. You know, I need to be there. And that was deep right there. That I needed to be there, you know.
So talking about like mental health, like what are some things that you struggle with that you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you need to find some peace with?
I try to help everybody. I try to help everybody. And it drains me because I'm trying to help them, but they not trying to help themselves. So I overdo it. I keep explaining myself over and over when I shouldn't have to. If they want it, they'll understand it the first time. You know, maybe 2 times or something like that, but I shouldn't have to keep trying to push it on them. Then I'm like forcing it on them. So that was my biggest thing. And it still is, you know, and I tell myself I'm done helping people.
So you feel like your biggest thing is your heart too big.
Yeah, I care a lot. I care about people. Family is everything to me. You seen it in my party.
Yeah.
And we having a whole party. I'm up in there just crying. I'm like, man, I got my whole family here, man. We've been pandemic. We ain't through no partying forever, you know.
And the first big one, you know what I'm saying, it was for you.
And I just seen everybody. That did something to me. So it was epic. So family is everything, you know, because once I left my family, I realized that I had a family, you know, because I was there the whole time, but I didn't realize I had a family until I left. They say you realize what you got when it's gone. And then, you know.
So let me ask you this. So even though family is said to be everything, it's a lot of people in our family that don't hold good qualities, that are like very toxic. So how is it, how would you go about that toxicity that happens, you know what I'm saying, within family, even though, you know what I'm saying, like those are the ones that we're supposed to count on and love unconditionally. Because a lot of the times their love comes with conditions.
We learned this in elementary. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And it took me a minute, but if they not treating you with love, hey, you can't keep trying. I mean, you can, but you're gonna waste time. You just gotta distance yourself from certain people. If it's a person that when you see them they want to fight, why you want to keep coming around that person when they want to fight you all the time?
But how do you become okay with being that bad person though?
A bad person?
Like to them, whenever, you know what I'm saying, like for me personally,
you gotta stop caring about everybody's feelings.
Like exactly.
Yeah.
So for me personally, like I see it as a lot of the times we're seen as Batman to a lot of people. A lot of people see us as, you know what I'm saying, that person that rescues them or that person that helps them all the time.
Yeah.
That's what Batman was. That's what that bat signal was for.
Yep.
So they depended on that. And once, you know what I'm saying, we stop being Batman and that bat signal dims down and it doesn't light up no more, then they have to fend for themselves. But they don't know how to fend for themselves because all they know is dependence.
Yeah.
But that dependence isn't just, you know what I'm saying, like money or anything like that. It's like when people come to you with their problems, they want somebody to lean on and shit like that.
Yeah.
Or it just whatever. But when that back center dies out, you're not Batman no more, and you become the Joker, it feels like to them, you know what I'm saying, you're being selfish. Like, why you don't want to help me, this, that, and the other, or whatever. But the whole time, it's like, it's not that I don't want to help you, you don't want to help you. You don't know how to save you.
Yeah.
So you're not actually the Joker, you're Batman still. It's just, you know what I'm saying, you had to take on a different role for them to help themselves.
I'm becoming a Joker. I'm becoming a Joker right now.
I am him.
I'm not there, but I'm working to get him, you know, become him. Because, and I use my parents because I had both of them. I felt like I should try to help people that didn't have both of them. You know, but everybody don't understand the same, you know. I feel like everybody like, man, like, like I got a daddy. A lot of people don't got a daddy. A lot of people don't know how to change oil. A lot of people don't know how to change tire. They don't know that you gotta put one nut on and then put the other, skip a nut and then put the other nut on to line it up right. Don't nobody know that. And a lot of them don't know that. So I felt like I that's why I'm always trying to teach, because I like, I got the opportunity. Let me use it, you know. So that's what I try to do.
So, how important do you feel like it is to like have a co-parent household, or to just allow for, you know what I'm saying, a black father to be a black father? Like, how important is it?
Oh man, it's major.
Why so?
It's major. Like, young dog said, if your son don't want to be like you, then you fail. You know, like I didn't understand that. Like, I didn't realize what I was becoming. Like, I like to do a lot of stuff, but I still want to be like my daddy. Like, I can be a dad. My daddy wasn't an electrician. I'm an electrician, but I still wanted to do something that he did too. So that's why I ended up doing real estate, because I wanted to be like him still. It wasn't even about the money. It's just I wanted to be like him.
Yeah, see, my daddy, back before he had passed, he had, used to just sit down on the couch and watch golf and fishing and shit.
Yeah.
I ain't think nothing of it. Like, boy, that shit boring as hell. And now, shit, we was just at the golf range, bro, and it's like,
Yeah.
you understand then that golfing is so relaxing, bro, because you have to like really think.
I sent you them videos, so
Yeah,
you can put them in this video
Yeah,
around this time too.
I gotta put that other video. I said a juice man fixing his car with that pencil.
Yeah, I was waiting on that.
Yeah, I had said it, but I didn't have it in my messages, so I got it now. So I'm gonna play that one, and I'm gonna play the golfing videos. But we literally got on YouTube, bro, before we went out there. Like, I showed him like 3 videos, and we was out there like whacking for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it just the fact that we took the initiative to learn something, and that's not like, black men don't come together all the time and just play golf like that.
And that's what I seen.
Bruh,
Like,
it was
all
dope. We had fun, bro.
It was for us, and we was all just laughing.
Bro, we was all laughing, having fun, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just in our
It
own
felt
little
good.
way.
I woke up this morning feeling good. Like, man, that was kind of fun.
Bro, it really was, bro. Like, because when you look back on it, that's not something that you get to do all the time. Like, when you get with the fellas, you know what I'm saying, you at the bar drinking or something like that, but something that's like a really just a relaxing type of thing, we don't do something. We don't do stuff like that. And I feel like that's stuff that we should do more often.
Yeah.
I
got a question for you.
Yeah.
Why you think we don't get together like we used to? Like,
like family reunions?
Yeah, parties, all that.
Man.
You know how we used to party all the time? Why you think we don't do that no more?
Because everything, I feel like we're socially segregated. That's a great term. That's a great phrase. We're socially segregated.
Why you say that?
Because everything's social media based.
True.
People don't know how to be social no more.
Yeah.
And plus, with this pandemic, people scared to be around people. But
even before the pandemic,
even before
like
then,
you
bro,
said, social media separated everybody.
We socially segregated, bro.
If I post a picture of me talking, and then I talk to them, but I ain't seen them in a year, they be like, "Man, I just seen you last week because you posted last week." No, you ain't seen me.
People tell me all the time when I'm at work, bro. Oh yeah, I be seeing you.
Yeah.
They don't be seeing me, but they be seeing me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's no reason for us to get together unless we at the club or we seeing somebody that's popping.
That's one reason, and I'm gonna tell you another reason. This is one. I know a lot of people like this. When we used to have parties back in the day, everybody used to bring something.
Mm-hmm.
So when we throw parties now, they look at me. Oh, you got 2 trucks, you got a car, and all that. You can host the whole party by yourself. You don't need it. You don't need.
Mm-hmm.
And and they use our financial reasons now. They back then I guess everybody was struggling, so it didn't matter. Everybody brought cake, hot dogs, and we can do the same thing now. But they be like, well, shoot, you got all that. You need to bring all that. Don't nobody want to bring that no more. So I had to say that part because a lot of people don't want to bring nothing. They don't want to put in, but they want to come and eat.
Mm-hmm. Definitely that, and I feel like a lot of us, we just don't know how to be social, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's easy for us to you know what I'm saying, host those things, but we got so much animosity and so many people are toxic within themselves that when they bring their energy around people don't want to be around that shit, bro. When you come to family gatherings and shit, you want to come to that motherfucker to have a good time, but it be motherfuckers that be want to come with the bullshit.
Yeah.
That that you be like, nah, dog.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand it from that aspect. So it's like people, like I say, bro, people have to find peace within themselves and just let go of all that bullshit, all that dead weight that they be carrying. Like, let go of all that bullshit that y'all be feeling, bro. Like, it's my dumbbell philosophy. Like, you know, dumbbells. Yeah. When you using them motherfuckers, it don't feel like shit when you using it. But after a while, that shit get heavy. Yeah. You got to think of that as problems. You got to think of that as anxiety, depression, anything that you're dealing with, bro. You got to think of that as the same thing. So as you're doing it, you feel like you get strong as shit as you're doing it, bro. And the whole time, you know what I'm saying, you just wearing your fucking self out. Like, the more you lifting this weight, you feel like you're getting stronger. But you just, you fucking your muscles up.
That's deep.
You feel me? But it's only when you put that weight down is to when you get the flex and you get to see that result. Yeah. And then you get to move on to that next weight because you done conquered what it is that you already had. But the whole time you're holding it, bro, all you know is that weight. Yeah. Every time you come to the gym, all you know is that weight because it feels familiar and it's hard for you to let it go. But once you finally let that shit go and look at the flex, like, nigga, I did that shit. Yeah. I get to move on now and carry it and bear more weight if I need to, but I know I don't have to bear that shit. Yeah. Because I done went through that shit. So it's like people had to think of that shit as their problems, anxiety, depression, all this shit that people say is mentally wrong with y'all. All that shit is that's you dealing with your motherfucking self, bro. It ain't nothing wrong with you, cuz. Yeah. It's all them people that's in your head, cuz. Them niggas is telling you all the shit that you probably need to be goddamn doing to find peace in your life and shit, but you just used to the toxic shit. You used to the darker shit like it's something wrong with you. Nah, cuz there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with anybody.
And I just said, I just made a post about that not too long ago. I said, stop blaming it on the devil. You the devil. We got to use everybody or something else as an excuse to why we
fucked up.
My tire went flat. You know, the devil don't want me to come, so I ain't gonna come.
That shit crazy, bro.
For real, like when I'm trying to get a loan through the bank, and they be like, "Well, we need some more information," and I be like, "Man, I ain't even got it. I could just give up then, but I say no, I want it." So I make a way to go get it. And sometimes people make it harder for you, but you still gotta keep going and just. You know, they might ask for plenty of information, but you just got to keep doing it. You know, you can't give up because it get frustrating. So you just got to stick to it. You know, and I know we was talking about, you know, fathers and all that, but I think I got a confession.
Hold that thought. We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
So wacky in there. It's the Wacky Castle Bouncer at TNC's Bounce House and Water Slide. You think this is fun? Wait till we up next. Yeah. All right, didn't see you there. I told you that was more fun. This is the tropical marble. Look at these kids. Woo! Splashing. They're splashing. I'm gonna get some fun with them. Only at TNC's Bounce Houses and Water Slides. Come on, kids. TNC's Bounce Houses and Water Slides. Fireball! 22 feet of fun environment right there, baby. At TNC's Bounce Houses and Water Slides. This is the Fire Marble. 22 feet of fun environment. TNC's Bounce Houses and Water Slides. TNC's bounce houses and water slides. I just got off. How you doing, Mr. Sloan? What's going on? With TNC's bounce house and water slides.
Okay,
See your initial right there.
you got me down for 3 hours. I don't want it for 24.
We can change that. It's gonna be 25.
Oh, you trying to play me, huh?
Not today.
Okay. Not today?
Not today, sir.
Why you ain't got no shoes on? What you...
We had to test out the water slides. Don't tell my boss, but they work.
Did y'all spray it down, though?
All
Cold
the
like that?
time, every time.
I'm just saying.
No COVID this way. Sanitation. TNC's bounce out the water slide.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
What time you gonna come pick it up?
We'll be at the same time tomorrow in 24 hours, 25.
So it's 4 today. You'll have it
Tomorrow,
tomorrow.
yes,
4.
sir.
How many back there?
Should be 4, 3, or 4.
4, 3, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How many you ordered, sir?
3.
3 be right there.
I appreciate it, man.
TNC bounce out the water slides.
All right, so we good. And the cutouts, bro, it's just my memory card. That's all. What the camera only let me record for a certain amount of time. So just bear with me. As we progress, it'll get better. But anyway, what your question was?
My confession.
Your confession, my bad.
I was mad at my pawpaw for a long time
Why so?
because I felt like he wasn't there as a grandfather. I call him my pawpaw, but y'all know grandfather. But I felt like he wasn't there. I felt like he was there when I was younger, but after a while he just stopped being around, and I needed that love. I really needed that love. Like, it's something. Now you got your mom and daddy, but it's something about your
grandparents?
Boy, that feel different. That feeling right there is different. Like, they gonna love you because they already love they kids, but they kids, they it's something about it, and I didn't get that loving, And I was mad with him for years. I just forgave him in my head last week.
I'm glad you made peace with that. Cause that feeling that you feeling, man, when I lost my pops, I was up there with like all my aunts and all the sisters and stuff like that. Just all my people, just them women, bro. I love devil eggs, cuz. I love me some devil eggs. I'm talking about I go up there, they have me about 1 or 2 whole plates made just for me. It's like you can't beat that feeling of that old love, bro.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of us, we don't know. What's crazy, I'm glad you brought that up. That old love that we feel with our grandparents is different, but that love that they show us, we have to become that love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when we become grandparents and stuff like that, we have to show that same unconditional love that our grandparents did. So that kind of go back into, you know what I'm saying, those family gatherings and those family reunions. Like, we got to let go of all that toxic ass bullshit that we be holding on to, bro.
But I realized it was generation trauma.
Yeah, definitely.
I was, like you said your dad was trying to figure it out. Mm-hmm. My papa was trying to figure it out. Mm-hmm. He didn't know what was going on. He probably didn't know how to be a pawpaw because his pawpaw probably wasn't a pawpaw. He didn't know.
That's hard. Like, why don't we understand that? Like, damn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like see how to like really, articulate that.
Because we just did. And then, our generation of men, they were stubborn. Generation, my papa, he's stubborn. My daddy, he's stubborn, but he ain't stubborn. Like, it's slowly fading. Me, I might be stubborn, but I'm more open. Mm-hmm. Back then, they was used to just holding all that in. And you hold all that in, you will just...
You're gonna lock up.
Yeah.
And it's not going... You're gonna be mentally just... You're gonna mentally just shut off to everything.
I was mad at him, but that was from my side. But I me being young, I didn't know, so I never seen what he was going through. Mm-hmm. And I think they had 9 kids. I don't know what that feel like. I got 4 and I bought, so I don't know what he was going through.
Hey, you gotta be the man now. Like you gotta. A lot of what women want these days, or that what like how the old school men used to take care of the house. It's like you got to understand what it really comes with being a man. Like we understand that women bear stuff as women, but we not gonna feel what y'all feel. We can't bear no baby. We can't feel no period. We can't, you know what I'm saying, feel women emotions. But you can express it to us. You can allow for us to, you know what I'm saying, give us a chance to understand you. And if we don't, then you know what I'm saying, that's just on us. That's just on our not openness. But we have to, you know what I'm saying, do the same thing as men as well. We have to be able to express ourselves to our women, to even other men, you know what I'm saying, and not feel like we judged or feel like we outside of ourselves. Because like a dude, you know what I'm saying, expressing his emotion to another guy, bro, like unless that's just your partner, you know what I'm saying, that shit gonna feel weird as hell, cuz. Yeah. But it should be okay for a man to express himself entirely without somebody, you know what I'm saying, feeling like he a bitch or he you know, he less of himself. Because we hear a lot of you a bitch ass nigga, niggas ain't shit. Like men, we don't need to hear that. It's already hard being us already. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we need for y'all to add to our peace. We don't need y'all to be our peace. We should be peace ourselves. Y'all should add to our peace. And goddamn, it should be a balance, vice versa.
Work both ways.
You know what I'm saying? We should be y'all. We should add to y'all peace as well. Yeah. So it's like, but that and a lot of people want all this traditional ass way of, you know what I'm saying, relationship. But a lot of y'all don't even know how to be traditional people. Yeah. Like y'all want somebody to pay for this and pay for that, but you won't even go out your way to pay to you know what I'm saying, take somebody out to eat or go get them some flowers. Dudes like flowers too, shit. Yeah. We like the same like small necessities, just in a more masculine form in a sense, but still it's just a thought of being thought about that, you know what I'm saying, make you feel good. Yeah. But when it's all like you don't do this for, we know we go out of our way to do stuff for people, but when you don't get to that standard of what they feel like is good for them, they can't fuck with you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's not cool, bro. Like, allow for people to be who they are. And if they not to your standard or whatever, maybe you need to lower your standard or find another motherfucker or something. I don't know.
And everybody traumatized.
Yeah, that's what it is, bro.
You know, the way they acted back then, we don't act like that, you know. It's deep.
And it's like
we traumatized bad.
Yeah, bro. And it's like the all right, look, the way that, you know, relationships are perceived, that they should be like this and like that. No, erase all that. Erase that whole perspective. A relationship needs to be what you and said person build it to be. It don't need to be what this person got going on. It don't need to be this relationship goal. It don't need to be shit from shit. Because how other people relationships are, that's why motherfuckers need fucking marriage counseling and shit. Everybody go through shit. But it's because they build those problems within their relationship.
I'm going to tell you what's the hardest thing. It's hard for people to apologize. If people can apologize, life would be so easy. You know, if we don't see eye to eye, and this me and my mama, this why I get this wrong. I know me and my mama, we do this. If we get mad with somebody, we ain't gonna talk to them no more. We like cut them off. You know, we'll cut them off until we forget about it, and then once we forget about it, we just start over again. Like I told mama, I told, you know, and I tell myself, like, when I get mad with people, like, tell them why you mad, because they don't understand you. Exactly. They can't read your mind. They don't know. They don't even know what they said. They don't even know what they did.
What triggered that? All they know is you mad now.
And they gonna make it seem like you in the wrong, but all you had to do is like, hey, I didn't like the way you did that. Mm-hmm. That's that right there. That's what we got to break first, you know, because there's a lot of people that don't understand. I'm sorry, you know. Mm-hmm. How many times? Anybody, like, I say daddy, but just say if your dad was wrong. Or I'm gonna say my dad. Mm-hmm. If that situation came, if I'm in the wrong, I know if he's wrong and I was right, he ain't gonna tell me, I'm sorry, I was wrong about that one. That's a trauma thing. You know.
We don't know that.
Yeah.
It's something we don't know.
If it's wrong, him like, boy, you just got it. You just barely got it right or something. You know, it won't be like, you know what, I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. We gotta teach people how to apologize.
Damn. And learn how to forgive.
Yeah.
Because a lot of y'all are holding on to, I call it mental crutches. Like, y'all are holding on to stuff that ain't got nothing to do with nothing no more. But you still find a way to apply it to your depression or your anxiety or how you treat somebody. Like, forgive and make peace with whatever it is that you feeling or going through, bro. Because that ain't got shit to do with me. Ain't got shit to do with said person that ain't have nothing to do with that situation, but yet they're getting the aftermath of it because you couldn't find a way to forgive and make peace with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let that shit go, bro. That go back to that dumbbell philosophy. Put that weight down. You don't have to bear that weight no more. You know you've bared it. You know you can work out with it. You straight. You done got your workout with it. Put that shit down, bro, and move on. Yeah. You feel me? Shit. That shit, goddamn. But it all starts with breaking those habits, bro. It all starts with like wanting the need or just fucking needing to be better for yourself. Yeah. Like you can't tell somebody you love them truly if you don't truly know what love is within you. You can't tell nobody how to treat you. You don't even know how to treat your dancer. You don't even know what you like all the way. Like, you be like, can you give me something to eat? And they go give you something to eat out of the kindness of their heart. And then they go give you some shit that you don't like. But how the fuck they know that? Yeah. You feel me? It's like, we have to like, we got to date ourselves. We got to marry ourselves. We got to love ourselves first, bro. Before we can really like tell somebody, I love you. Because you don't know what that person had to go through to love themselves. And a lot of times when we tell people we love them, we don't tell them we love them all the way. Yeah. We tell them we love them just as a response. You feel me? And that's not cool. Yeah. Like, stop just reacting to people's emotions and feelings. And stop just reacting to your feelings and emotions. Like, handle that shit.
And I want to admit something to you. Mm-hmm. I was mad at you for a long time.
Talk to me.
I was mad at you. You know, I felt like I was telling you stuff, and I get mad when you don't do it. Mm-hmm. You know, I tell Corey, I was like, man, I don't know why he ain't do that, you know. And I was like, man. And then one day I was just listening to you, and then I started talking to myself. I was like, I sound like my daddy. I said, you got your own vision, and I'm trying to stop you from your vision. Mm. And then I get mad because you got your own vision, you know. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, hey, I say this a lot. I say, in order for all these things that we have right now, somebody had to do something different.
Yeah, they had to.
If we was walking to work every day, somebody said, let me build something so a horse can pull us. Somebody said, you know what, let me build a car so we can get there faster. Mm-hmm. You know, and a lot of people, and I get stuck in my ways too, you know, like I was like, man, why you just won't go to work, you know? And a lot of people tell me the same thing, why you just won't get a job and just go to work and do like normal people? But if I did, then won't nothing grow from this. You know, we'd just be doing the same thing. We just go to work, die. Go to work and die.
Basically, bro. And it's like you got to get out. How I seen it was like I was soaking up everything, but I was soaking it up to
in your way, your form.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was soaking it up to where it's like I applied it when it needed to be applied. Yeah. Like certain aspects of stuff was like I ain't needed then. Yeah. But once I needed it, like Corey told me one time, my mama didn't want me to get no credit, but Corey was like, start build you some credit, this, that, and the other. And I started it and I applied it. And I didn't think nothing of it really for real because I ain't really know what the fuck credit was.
You know what's crazy about that?
What?
When she was telling you about that, she didn't even have no credit. She was learning at the same time you was learning.
And see, and that's the crazy part, bro.
So somebody with no credit can teach you how to fix credit. Don't think that, oh, like a homeless person can't teach you nothing. It's a reason. He might know something because he done been through something already. Don't think just because, you know, he ain't got nothing.
Just because your perspective of them is
Yeah.
one way that they can't teach you something.
Like I could tell a rich man something. He might, you know, it work both ways. She was telling you about fixing credit. Her credit wasn't even right then.
She told me, she said, start credit. I think I was about to turn like 20. I started my credit at 20. I'm 25 now, so I'm like, yeah, about 5 years in.
Yeah.
So I started it, and like I said, I didn't think nothing of it. But as I got down the line, I got car after car after car. I was getting loan after loan.
And see, I didn't even know she had told you that until like afterwards.
Cole was the one that told me, bro.
Yeah.
My
So
mom-
and I was fussing at her like, man, you need to go ahead and get this credit right. I ain't know if she was listening to me or not. Cause she was like, she was old school. I'm gonna buy everything cash. That's how we used to think. I'm gonna buy everything cash.
And the fact that you, like how you said, like you thought I was listening and thought she was listening, is like it applied. Like it's just like you apply when it needs to be applied. So it's like we can't feel like people aren't accepting anything from us. Like we're giving people exactly what we need to give people. It's up to that person to make it blossom. You know what I'm saying? And that's I think that kind of go into like the mental health thing that you was talking about, like your heart too big. It's like it's not about our hearts being too big or us being too giving. Like that's what we are. That's our nature. You know what I'm saying? Even as a mother, like you have to give birth. Like we give love to everything. But it's a matter of how much is what we're giving love to, giving love back to itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I had to do. Shit, now we here. And we can talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's like shit. It's good because we got to understand and like shit. We had to go through stuff.
Yeah.
To get to a certain point. Like damn, that's what that shit was about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's deep. It's real deep. Like I'm glad you did this podcast. I want everybody to see this. You know.
Man, like this, and
We've been talking about this forever.
for a minute,
This
bro.
ain't new.
It ain't nothing. I know you've been talking about doing your own podcast, stuff like that. So this just give more drive. Before we let y'all go, understand opportunity isn't about it knocking on your door. Opportunities are created. Opportunities are made. Somebody has to create that opportunity, and when it's presented to you, take it. Cause you never know where the opportunity is gonna go. You never know who you gonna meet along the way. And just how small this podcast may seem, it's grown to like almost 20 something subscribers overnight, literally. Like I started at zero, and I'm almost at 20 something subscribers. People that haven't met me at all felt like this podcast was good enough that I want to see more of this. So the opportunity that I created was an opportunity I'm giving to him and I'm giving to everybody else. This is our platform. This is us for us. So opportunities are what we make it. You know what I'm saying? So make your opportunity so that your opportunity can make somebody else's opportunity. And those opportunities are going to continue to progress. Because opportunities, bro, you know what opportunities are? There are reasons to succeed. That's the whole reason I keep talking about opportunity. Opportunity is that's your motherfucking, that's your green light, bro. That's your reason to get up and do some shit. I got an opportunity to get a job. I got an opportunity to do this. And what is the main reason of that opportunity? It's to excel at that shit. So don't worry about an opportunity coming knocking at your door. I created this platform for us. So take this opportunity to create other opportunities. Send in music, send in your apparel, send like all that. But the main thing is support this. Support you and create your opportunity. Yeah. So as this platform gets bigger and better and you showcase your stuff on here, or you the next person to get on this podcast, you created your opportunity. And now you excelling at it. That shit, hopefully that makes sense to y'all. Because as this platform grows, as y'all help it grow, and people see this, they're seeing it because of you. You the reason it's getting shared. You're the reason it's getting liked. You're the reason that when you get your stuff put on here, those people get to see it. So let's create opportunities and continue opportunities. Because that's going to give us a reason to excel, you know what I'm saying? But you got anything else left you want to leave with the people?
Grow your own food. Grow your own food. That's it.
That's an opportunity. Because what we eating right now, we addicted to crack.
Yeah.
But it's called sugar. If we took sugar out of everything, imagine how natural everything had to taste. That shit, everything natural tastes nasty as shit when they got no sugar in it. It's nasty.
That's when it's at its purest form.
That's when it's
good.
that's when it's best for you. But ain't none of us drinking nothing with no sugar in it. That shit disgusting. Everything got sugar in it.
That's why they say don't sugarcoat it. Tell me just like it is.
You feel me?
It's better for me when you tell me just like it is.
Exactly. So
I got a question.
yeah. That boy said gardening. Look. Damn.
I got a question. If I was in the hospital and they said I had 1 day left, what would you tell me?
Embrace it.
Embrace what?
Embrace it.
That what you'll tell me?
Mm-hmm.
That's it?
That's it.
You won't tell me nothing else?
Embrace it. The reason I have to tell you embrace it is because I can't feel what you're feeling.
Yeah.
I don't know anything of anything. But in that moment, all I can tell you is embrace it because you can't do shit else. Because you know what's finna happen. You know you finna transition. So you have to embrace that transition. But the same thing can apply to living. When you embrace living, it's like you have no choice but to elevate.
I use death to motivate me.
You should, because it's not death. All this shit is an experience.
That's what I use. You know, people like, man, what give you this push? Death, really. Because what made me get this push was I went to a funeral. I don't know how old I was. I probably had to be like 10 or 11. My uncle and my aunt, they two funerals. Mm-hmm. That made me realize, like, we all got to go. You know, and what you want to leave behind. What you want to leave behind? I said, I want to leave a whole lot of me's behind. So I made sure I had a lot of kids. But I said, I want to leave them where they living comfortable, you know. Mm-hmm. And then I always think, like, you know, and like this come back to my parents. Like, I had them, so I was like, I always thought, I was like, if I got to die, that mean they got to die too. Because people don't even, some people can't even picture their parents dead, you know. And I was like, they got to die too. Yeah. So I was like, I got to get it. You know, like grind mode, like what I'm gonna do. And if you like, I got homeboys I travel with, and I be like, man, what you gonna do when they not here? You know. I said when they leave, I want to be straight. They ain't even gotta leave me nothing back. Whatever they leave me, I'm just gonna pass to the kids. I don't need it. I'm good.
Cause you can't take none of this shit that we doing with you, bro.
Yeah.
All you can do is experience it while you're here.
Yeah.
That's why I say, all I can tell you is embrace it, because I can say, yeah, I love you. I can tell you all this other shit, but you know, all you can do is embrace that.
Yeah.
You feel me? So when you embrace it, it's like you have to think of when you're doing shit scared or anything like that. Like, it's stuff that you didn't know at a point in time.
Yeah.
But you was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna embrace this shit and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it scared. But it took that embracement. It took that something within you got down to be like, I'm doing this shit.
Last year I got into real estate. Mm-hmm. I've been moving so hard. People have been asking me like, man, how long you been doing this? I said, a year. April will be a year. It only been like, this is 11 months.
That's next month.
April will be a year.
That shit crazy, bro.
I didn't know nothing. You know, I heard a lot of stuff, but people can tell you anything, but you just got to jump in. You got to jump in. They like, oh, you know about escrow? I know a little bit, but I'm not really worried about it. I learned it, you know, because if I keep using excuses to hold me back, it's a lot of y'all supposed to open a business way before the pandemic. Y'all talking about it in 2015, but it took for the pandemic for somebody to try to open up a business. So I didn't want to use no excuses.
It's still people finding excuses to not do something. Like, bro, do y'all not see how many people are excelling right now?
Yeah.
And y'all are still finding reasons. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that, bro. There's so much information out here that all you have to do is type in whatever it is you're trying to do. It's gonna give you step-by-step instructions on how to do it. So, I mean, I don't be getting it, bro.
My goal is to be full-time real estate, just full-time entrepreneur this year.
That's me too, bro.
But everybody's like, how you gonna do that? For a whole week straight. The kids went to school, wife went to work. I'm in the room. I'm on YouTube and TikTok with a notepad, writing it all down. Like how to DIY lenders. How can you get a loan without a job? Boom, boom, boom. Writing this down. Oh, you can go to this place. Boom, boom, boom. Writing this down. I'm doing all this. So I shut down. I shut myself down. I locked myself in the room like for a whole week and just YouTubed everything.
Went ham.
What's stupid?
Wait.
Now I'm just out here. I almost not. It's to the point where I'm getting houses without using my money.
So
networking.
But that goes back into being socially segregated. Don't nobody know how to do that.
Yeah.
All they know how to do is DM somebody.
If you don't know how to network.
If you don't know how to DM, and a lot of people don't know how to work they look, black people. Look, just cause it's black owned don't mean it's discounted. You don't go tell them white people I want a discount. You go pay them prices.
Yep.
But when it comes to a black owned business, it's too much money. And y'all black owned businesses, learn how to talk to people. Learn how to, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be a customer before you're an employee. You have to think about
professionalism.
Exactly. You gotta be the customer. You gotta think about what kind of attitude you giving them behind the counter type jail. You know what I'm saying? Or when they booking an appointment, think about how you talking to people. Like, it need to work on both sides. Hey. So look, get y'all shit together.
When I started the water slides, at first they'll support me because I'm black. Then they started supporting me because they like how professional I was.
Bro, that's exactly what, bro. I don't be posting pictures at all for real.
Yeah.
But I still have people tagging my name just because I created a good rep about myself. Like, yeah. I treated people with respect, with kindness, and I built a rapport of consistent, you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
Good energy. So that energy is like, it's always going to be there. You ain't even got to be there for people to talk good about you. That's what y'all need to do, because y'all fucked up.
Yeah.
Nah, but we gonna get y'all together though, no, for real. But
we needed this.
Yeah, bro. I sure appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, coming on here and just talking.
We ain't even talk about everything.
We ain't even hit on everything.
We ain't even get it didn't even get deep.
Like,
it got deep, but it wasn't deep enough.
So if y'all wanna see my boy back on here, put it down in the comments. Make sure that y'all like, comment, subscribe, and let's keep building this, man, because this is, like I said, this is for us.
Make sure you put my Instagram on there. Put it like right there. Right there.
I'm working on it.
Put the Instagram right there.
But yeah, you got anything else you want to say? Solid.
Nope.
Yeah.
They gotta follow me for the rest of it.
Hey, this episode is dropping. What is it, Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah. This episode dropping Wednesday, so I'm gonna be trying to drop these every Wednesday. I'm doing it by myself, so just bear with your boy. But it's only gonna be as big as we make it. So let's make this global, worldwide, international, everywhere. But this is for us, by us, black people. So it's the Kid Monk.
Hey, let's do it.
It's the boy 23. Yeah.
La-di-da-di-da, add the service to the front. Smoke they ass for free like some motherfucking runts. Leave they body stinking like a motherfucking skunk. Rock a nigga in this shit like he motherfucking drunk. Drums and extendos are the only thing we politic. Niggas can't put opened up they fists, swing they thing they shooting with, to make they sign and ready.